everyone, welcome back. I'm standing in front of my greenhouse because I had an idea to turn it into a witchy cottage vibe, both outside and inside. And then when it is cool outside, the greenhouse will be warm and I can go and sit in there and read a book or just enjoy the warmth and the sunshine inside the greenhouse when it's cold outside. So come along with me to see how that works out. Hopefully I can get it done this week. I got a little bit later start on it than I wanted to because it's been so hot outside, but the weather is changing, so it's looking up. All right, if you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell for notifications, and let's get into it. All right, we're gonna get started with the outside of the greenhouse. It looks pretty neglected, just a lot of overgrown grass and everything. Unfortunately, this is gonna be part one of my greenhouse makeover. We're gonna do the outside today, and then I'll work on the inside and get that video out hopefully next week for you guys. I'm super excited to work on the inside, but first, we need to get this outside taken care of. So I got this walk behind weed whacker and I am just going through weed whacking all around this greenhouse. It was just overgrown everywhere. And I put some of that black stuff down. You can see around the front of the entrance to the greenhouse. And that has definitely helped keep it nice in that area. So I want to go ahead and do that to the sides of the greenhouse as well. So there's just not so much grass that we have to weed whack around here because we have a lot to mow and a lot to do. As you can see, I raked up most of the grass that I cut down. And then I just took this weed barrier fabric from Vever and I just used some lawn staple stake things and hammered those into the ground to hold everything down. I did the same thing to the other side of the greenhouse. This is going to help tremendously with making the greenhouse just looking nicer and less upkeep around it as well, because we have a lot of land that we have to upkeep. I had these two cedar planters that I made a few years ago. They're in pretty rough condition, but I thought I could put them to good use next to the greenhouse, maybe plant some wildflowers in them next spring. All right, moving the focus to the front of the greenhouse, I already had the black stuff laid out and I weed whacked all around it. So I had 4 bags of pea gravel left over from a different project. So I thought maybe that would help cover this area. Unfortunately, it was not enough. I laid it all out and spread it out as best as I could, but this was a little bit bigger of an area than I anticipated. So I ended up having to make a trip to Home Depot and got 4 more bags. Plus I got 2 strawberry hydrangeas that were 50% off on clearance. I came back from Home Depot and I went ahead and laid out the rest of the pea gravel I bought. I used a rake to rake everything out and just kind of level it a little bit. I didn't need it to be perfect. I just wanted it to cover up all of the black stuff, so that way it looked a lot nicer. The hydrangeas I got on clearance were the strawberry Sunday hydrangeas, and I am so glad I got them. I planted 1 on each side of the greenhouse. I think they're gonna look so pretty there next year. All I did was cut a hole in the fabric, and then I dug my hole to plant my hydrangea. And let me tell you, the ground was so dry. We haven't had rain in a few weeks and it was hard to dig these holes. I'm glad I sped up this video because it took me forever. But I got that done, put everything back, and thankfully we were blessed with a whole day of rain the next day. So that'll be a good thing for the hydrangeas I just planted. All right, now that the cleanup is done, we can start making this cottage look like a witch lives there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull some vines from our trees around our property. Well, my husband's gonna pull them mostly. You can see he just grabbed a hold of the vines and started pulling, and they just kept coming. So these are gonna work perfectly for the arch around the doorway. So these are some of the vines that we collected, and they had a lot of leaves on them. I just really wanted the vines, so I recruited the goats to come help eat the leaves. That unfortunately didn't last long. They get distracted pretty easily because everything is food to them. So they did help a little bit though, but I finished the job and got most of the leaves off. To build my grapevine arch around the door, I needed something sturdy to build it on. I needed a base. So I took these 2 poles that I had in my garage, and I just pounded them down into the ground. And then I added this black tubing that we had. I just slid that over the poles, and that worked perfect for a base. So now I can take my grapevines, and I just took one of them and just kind of wrapped it around that pole and used zip ties to keep the grapevine in place. I could have used a ladder here. It would have been nice to be able to get up there and zip tie that, but I didn't feel like getting the ladder out. So then after I got the first grapevine on and zip tied, I was able to just kind of build with that. I just took more grapevines and arched them around that arch that I made and used zip ties to just secure it on. And I just kept building until I got a nice thickness to the grapevine arch. I didn't mind that I didn't cover up the black tubing, because I'm going to come back and fix that later on, and it's not just going to have the grapevines here. We're going to add more stuff to it later on. So I just focused on adding the grapevines and bulking this up just to make it look full. And then it was getting late outside, so this is where I ended it for the first day. I worked on this from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. at night with a few breaks, but I was definitely glad the next day it was going to rain so I could take a break and come back the following day to finish. The next day after the rain, I came outside, I cut some hydrangeas from my garden, and I added them to the arch. Spoiler alert though, I ended up not liking these and took them out later on, but you'll see them throughout the video because I left them up for a while because I thought I liked them. So, oh well, anyways, that's why they're there. So the next thing that I did was I took some moss from Amazon and I broke it up into a box so that way it would be more of it. And it would be not all clumped together. And then I took some spray adhesive and I went throughout my arch around that black tubing and I just sprayed it with the adhesive. And then I was able to just attach that moss around the arch. And it covered up that black tubing nicely. And then I also attached it to the vine itself all around just to fill in some spaces and give it that more cottagey effect. I needed to add some more mossy vibe to the greenhouse. So I took some pool noodles and I cut an opening in one side of them. And then I had this sheet of moss. I think it's just a table runner from Amazon. It's really long. And I sprayed all of that with spray adhesive and covered the pool noodle with that moss. I just wrapped it around there and made sure that it stuck. And then I was able to just slide that pool noodle on to the windowsills of the greenhouse. And then I just cut the excess off. I added some of that other moss just to kind of tie everything in together since the mosses were different. And I think that really helped kind of add to the effect. I did it on the other windowsill, and then I also did it on the tops or the peaks of the roofs, just like half of them with the pool noodles that I had left. I used like 2 pool noodles for this idea. I think adding the moss really elevated this greenhouse to a cottage feel. I had some wild asters growing all over our property, so they were really pretty with the little white flowers. So I cut some of them down and stuck them throughout the arch. Now I did like this, and actually looking back at it, I kind of like the hydrangeas in this, but then no, I still think I made the right decision by taking the hydrangeas out. But I do like the asters in this. I think it really looks pretty and kind of just adds to that witchy cottage effect. I had an already made grapevine wreath, so I just added some moss to it and some of those asters and a little bow at the bottom and hung that from the door. I think it looks really pretty like that. Instead of using the traditional bats that you see everybody hang up for Halloween, I decided to get these black butterflies. I feel like it fits the more whimsy, cottagey, witchy vibe for this setting. So I hung them up all around the front of the windows of the greenhouse and a few on the arches, and I think it's perfect. Then I wanted to bring in a little more black. So I had these curtain shears from Halloween's in the past, and I hung them from the top of the arch and then just kind of drape them around the arch. And I think it looks really good like that. And then it was really just a matter of adding the final touches. Now let's take a look at what this greenhouse looked like before and now after. I love how this turned out. I think it is the perfect witchy cottage vibe. I love all the natural elements. I'm so glad I used a lot of stuff from my yard, and it just works out perfect. It gives that practical magic vibe, which is one of my favorite Halloween movies, and I cannot wait to do the inside. So definitely make sure you follow along for that. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.